Hey subscribers, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing another device, and this time it's going to be the Amazon Echo Studio. This is the 2022 version. You may have seen on my channel I have the 2019 version, and this one is supposed to be different. Now, one of the benefits of this is that we now have the white version. Previously it was only in the grey, but now we can have it in white to match whatever's in your room or your bedroom or wherever you are in the house. And what I'm going to be doing is comparing this one to the previous one to see if it's actually an update or if it's just a color change, which will give you the opportunity to choose the right device for you. If you want to go with the 2019 or the 2022, it'll be up to you. So make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you can hear more about these types of devices and how to set up your smart home.
Flux Automate.
Okay, so before we open up the box, let's just read a little bit about this device. So some of the specs of the device are the three 2-inch mid-range speakers, a 1-inch tweeter, 5.25 woofer, Dolby Atmos, 3mm aux and mini optical in, Bluetooth, Zigbee, smart home, far field voice control, and the microphone on-off button. So I think this has a few more microphones on it, and supposedly there's a different configuration with the speakers inside, but I'm not sure if that is the truth. The only way I'm going to find out is actually test it side by side. So what I'm going to do, if you've seen my previous videos, I have the theater set up where I'm using two of the 2019s. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to swap one out for this one, sit in the middle, do some testing and figure out, is anything different or is it exactly the same? Okay, so in the box, once we open it up, Amazon give you a nice carrying pouch. We have some documentation, we have the power lead, and this time it's in white and nothing else in the box. Looking around the packaging, it looks like the exact same packaging as the previous devices, so not much more to show you there. So looking into the bag and pulling out the device. So here is the 2022 version. Now to me, it's a white, off-white, opaque, grayish type of color. I really do like it though. It's a little bit different compared to what's on the market in a minute, especially if you have white walls or you want to have more of a white feeling in your environment. This is what you want to be going for rather than the gray one. I do find the gray one does sink into, you know, your surroundings if you have black furniture a lot more. But I really do like this color. To me, it looks exactly the same. What I'm going to do is do a side by side so we can see if there's any differences. Okay, so I have the two devices in my hand, exact same weight. Feels like I'm doing some type of exercise with some barbells or something like that. But you'll see, look, it's exactly the same height and everything like that. Moving to the back of the devices, as you will see, the exact same inputs, nothing's really changed. And as you can see from the top, the same amount of microphone holes. The buttons are exactly the same. And we'll test it out and I'll come back to you and let you know what my thoughts are. Is it worth getting the 2022 version or is it worth getting the 2019? Okay, so what we're going to do right now, if you come with me, we're going to swap this out and then I'm going to configure it, set it up, and as I said, sit down and do a sound check and test to see if this is actually better than the previous one. So as you will see over here, I have the old version, the 2019, and there's no power switch to switch this off. So I just need to pull out the power supply, connect this one up, do the configuration within the app, and then do some testing. Just replace this one on the stand, plug the power in, and then the device is going to boot up. What I'm noticing off the bat is the actual LED ring on top of the device is actually quite brighter than the previous one. And it's got more of a blue tint to it. Or maybe it's the fact that it's white that it's giving me that kind of sensation. Okay, so it's loading up and we're going to configure the device. Okay, so now I've set the device up. When you go into the app, when you plugged it in, you got to connect it, you got to reconfigure whatever devices that you had in there. So it may take a little bit of time. And then also it's got to connect back to the Fire TV. If you want to know more about that, check out one of the other videos where I go through the whole setup. And it takes a while to go through the steps to configure itself to the room, to the new setting. And also, because it's fresh out the box, it will do an update. So while you're waiting, it may take about 10-15 minutes to get all that set up. When it's doing an update, the ring around the top will flash and circulate, and you just got to wait. It's just a waiting time, waiting process, but stick with it because it will connect itself, and then just make sure your configurations are okay. So with a lot of the Alexa devices, it does take a little bit of patience to make sure that you're connecting things correctly. So when we've connected the devices, you must make sure you're using a Fire TV stick or Fire TV box to connect the whole setup. The main reason being, you need to use the ARC from the HDMI that comes out of your TV that connects to the Fire Stick. This enables you to have the full theater experience. So through the app here, you can go through, adding your devices, configuring them, because you need to make sure you combine all three devices, which is the Fire TV stick, the left studio, and the right one. You got to create it as a combination or theater, which would then allow you to manage your music and your audio coming from your TV. So you can hear the music right now coming from my microphone. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to turn it up and then see if I can hear more of a difference. So I've tested both of the devices in a stereo setup to just give my ears a chance to pick up any differences between one side from the other. And I gotta say, I can't hear a difference whatsoever. I think personally it's the exact same speaker. I don't think there's much change within it. I think they've just updated it because they brought the new color. They've decided to call it 2022 version, but if you have the gray one, guaranteed to be the one from 2019. So thanks for taking the time to check out this video. Please like and subscribe. And if you'd like more details on how to set up a home theater using Amazon Alexa devices, please check out the other videos on the channel.
Flux. Automate.